I think fundamentals are important, like whether it's a big movie or your slides, especially if you're going to do a slide presentation that, one day hopefully you guys are going to come up with a drug that cures cancer or something big and you need funding for it. Then is it important that your slide makes a good impact and is clear? I'd say it's very important. And the same thing, when we teach these classes at ITU, this is important knowledge that we're trying to pass to you guys, to the students and people around the world. So I think it's important that people realize shapes are not just for kids. It's about perception and reality and how you guide people. So do these things have a direction? Is this pointing somewhere? Where is it pointing? Up? Where's this one? Down? This one? Okay, is it really pointing somewhere? No, this is our human mind filling in those blanks. So if you're aware of these things, you'll know not to put this here on the top, because then the eye is going to leave the screen, right? You want to guide the eye into the center. Being aware of shapes and colors controls those things. This is a cool slide too. Do you see any motion in this? There's not really, it's not moving, but me as an artist and a designer, I feel my eye doing this, right? Again, it's psychology. I love using shapes because that's how people just design layouts and books or GUIs or things like that. And this this guides the eye. And so this is great for slides as well. If you want somebody to look, you are in control when you make a slide. You are in control when you make a presentation or a movie or a video or a book or a layout. You can control the audience and where they go. I think this is the last fundamental. I'm giving you my entire repertoire of design tools, and it's really simple stuff. It's easy to learn the fundamentals, but it's hard to master them. So I'm giving you this stuff. Does that mean you guys are great designers now? It means you guys have more awareness, right? And that's where it starts. All basic design starts with grids and layouts. Now, grids and layouts are just guidelines. They're just guidelines. You can break the rules. But every great designer, every great cinematographer, every great artist, they see grids. And they see grids because they guide things and they give order to things. And we as human beings, we like order. We have to see things like, okay, when you see a mess, you're just like, where do I look? If you can put some order to it, it's a lot clearer. And grids are great for that. So do you see, even though these are kind of out there, is there an order to the way I laid this out? Kinda, sort of, maybe. When I say grids, I clearly see grids here inside each of these, but I also see a grid on this whole thing. I see this lining up with that, this line here, this line is lining up here, the edge of these bottoms are lining up here. The average person would not look at those things, but because I use these as a guideline, it gives it order. And that gives it a clarity, and that gives it, something that the eye can look at and focus. And it's balanced. I have one opponent, balance is always very pleasing to people.